joining us here at the Exotic Mix, right here at Exotic Paradise Boutique. I have my two co-hosts this evening, Miss Diana Watley, Miss Tonae Nicole.
Hey guys.
I'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves to you.
Yes, Diana Watley, Atlanta's top motivational speaker, 9.5 years old in business, life coach, family advocate, radio personality on the awesome Under New Management radio show with my beautiful sister host here. She'll introduce herself.
Hey guys, this is Tonae Nicole, beauty expert, radio personality. About 10 years experience as a makeup artist, business and beauty professional. So I do all things beauty, all things fashion, and that's who I am.
All right, and my name is Adrena Martover. I'm the owner of Creations from a Dove, right here at Exotic Paradise Boutique. So I want to go ahead and get into, well, each week on my Instagram page I do business lessons, and today I want to talk about criticism. So I'll start with you, Diana. How do you deal with criticism as an entrepreneur and with what you do?
I don't.
Okay. That's honest.
No, I mean, I don't. Anything that doesn't benefit my growth, doesn't benefit my prosperity, my next level, my new season, I don't deal with it. So does it come my way? Absolutely. Even in the empowerment industry, you'll think that other motivational speakers would, of course, support each other and not throw shade or hate or tea or whatever you want to call it. But it's one of the biggest industries where we hate each other the most, yet our goal and gift is to empower others. So I don't deal with criticism. And if I do, I use it as a stepping stone to my next level. So,
okay.
Yes.
What about you?
Sounds good. Well, I'm in the beauty industry, so I guess criticism is just a part of the industry. You know, because one minute something is hot, the next minute something is not, and if you're in the not section, then what you're doing right now might not be hot.
Right.
So my best advice would be just to kind of know your vision, know yourself, know your goals, and if it don't fall into play and what you want to do, you don't have to listen to it. You can kind of move forward and just be who it is that you want to be or do what you want to do. I mean, my industry is fun, so it really don't matter if I have a pink hat on and black shoes or pink hat on and green shoes. It's fashionable to me, then who cares? You know, so I'm a little more flexible. But to kind of go back onto Diana's point, you're absolutely right. You have a lot of motivational speakers, inspirational speakers that actually criticize and hate on each other all the time. And you're kind of looking like, really? But I thought we're supposed to be motivating and inspiring people. So I definitely wanted to actually have you recap on that, because that was that was awesome. Just do it one more time. Right. I'm sorry, we are not on our radio yet, but I'm ready.
That's okay, that's okay. Now, I know you said you don't deal with criticism, but when you get, like, how do you differentiate between someone trying to constructively, you know, just say, hey, you know, I think maybe this would be better, and then someone just, like, being a hater?
Honestly, it really depends on the type of person you are. I'm not a person of consumption, meaning I don't get consumed with what others think about me. And so with that in mind, for a person who does, everything that someone says to them is going to be taken as negative. For someone who needs validation always consistently from other people, you're going to always feel like somebody's against them. You know what I'm saying? So when I say I don't deal with it, unless you are on my team, so we speak a lot on the Under New Management radio show, which is Atlanta's newest empowerment radio show. We talk a lot about getting your team right, because the people who are connected to me are the ones I know who has my best interests at heart. And so when we mean get your team right, you have to be careful who is connected to you in this season, because some friends are going to be there to applaud you on and cheer you and tell you keep going, but those friends who don't really, not supposed to be connected to your vision, then those are the ones you're going to know is going to be hating. And you feel it, especially with women. Our intuition is the most powerful thing we have. I speak a lot about discernment. Women, that's the most powerful thing a woman has, her gift to discern. And so we know it before anything whether or not somebody is genuinely on our team, on our side, and yet we don't really act on it. And so that's what just to clarify, I don't deal with it because I know who is connected to me. My circle is a dot when it comes to friendship. My king, I take advice from. My spiritual father, you know, whoever your higher power is, that's who I listen to, and so I'm able to do away with all negativity. You know? So I hope that answered it. That was a lot.
Definitely some good advice. What about you, Tonae?
I'm an energy person, so I can tell if the criticism is coming from a negative place or a positive place. And if it's coming from a negative space, it's usually the person that's always been negative towards you, or it's usually the person that always has something negative to say about what you're doing. So if you know that that's the type of people you deal with, then you might want to find you some other people to seek advice from, because everything you do can't possibly be all that bad, you know. But everything you do can't possibly be all that great either. Sometimes you need those people to tell you, you know, slow down a little bit, or maybe you should think about handling your business a certain way or a different way.
Right.
But also, and always seek advice from people that are doing better than what you're doing.
Right.
Because those are the ones that really, really know what's going on. But like I said, it's just more energy. If it's coming from a negative space, then you absolutely know.
Yeah.
You know, that
Don't
person
take
isn't.
what we say on the show. Don't take entrepreneur advice from a person with an employee mindset.
Absolutely.
So you can't,
Absolutely.
if you good with your 9 to 5 and not do anything other than that, and that's okay because everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur, but I'm not going to take entrepreneur advice from you on how to start my business,
If
or
you work.
I'm about to start this greeting card line. I'm not going to take it from the person who is dead set on working at McDonald's.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that makes sense.
And I guess, like, you know, I haven't been in my field as long as you ladies have, but I guess even me just coming out of college and still trying to connect with the same people I was cool with then, it's kind of like, you know, moving out here, you really see who's really there for you, who's not, and the people that's kind of like throwing a little bit of shade.
And you see who's really making it and who's really not. Because with you being new here in Atlanta, you'll notice that there's a lot of showy type of people, that are a lot of flashy type of people, but they really do not have what they're saying that they have, and what they're showing you is almost like an illusion. Because if you have a Mercedes or you have a BMW, but then you stay with your parents. Or, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, these things are really happening out here. So you really can't take advice from those people either, because they're too consumed with their image based on what they really have and what they really know what they're doing. So, or really know what to do with it.
Yeah. And honestly, this is also the season where who you look for to support you are not going to be your friends.
Right.
You know, I just had this conversation with you. You know, my business partner, my sister host Tone, has a new book out, and as many people she's connected to, that book should have already sold 1,000 copies, a couple of thousand copies. Yet this is not the season that the people who have been connected to you in the past are going to get the benefit from what your blessings are going to be. This is not that season. So I just want to encourage you to stay and, you know, find, like, you're doing it right, Adrena, seriously, because you have things and you're continuous with it, and it's going to get blessed simply because you're doing it right. But don't focus on who won't support you, because there's a whole group and gang out there that will support you, and we're one of the two. So, right.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate you, ladies. And now, look aside, Robert, I know you talked about her book. Let's introduce her. But honestly, I have not been introduced to your book. So.
Yeah, I was just gonna wait until the end.
But I'm jumping off now. I'll jump to the city.
We can go ahead and go. This okay, so it's written by me, of course, beauty expert, radio personality. But it's I Am Fab, Favored and Blessed, and that's Favored and Blessed, F-A-B. So I thought the name was so adorable. And it's just a book of inspirations and quotes, blog entries that I've written. That's just received a lot of great reviews on different social media accounts, like my Facebook, my Instagram, my WordPress blog, and I just put them all together and just kind of gave you a place of where I was and how I overcame that situation, because everything in my life was not fabulous, but I had to go through it.
Right.
And I would like to share those experiences with other women or other men, whoever would like to read it, about how I overcame them. So it's just a really fun, quick, easy read. It took me about 6 hours to get through it all. And then it took me another 2 days to reread it again.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go ahead and purchase that on CreateSpace. That's www.createspace.com/445-3773 is my book number.
And tell them about our book together while you're at it.
Oh, and while I'm in the mood of talking about books, Diane and I co-authored a book. It's 100 Ways to Be Fabulous, and it's a book of affirmations. So we give you 100 ways, inner and outer, on how to be fabulous. And then we have, is it 5 inserts or 4 excerpts from?
It's 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 inserts from other women of inspiration and power who have encouraged us. Actually, 3 pastors. Had the opportunity to speak at a women's conference, and I met these queens, and they're all over the world. Actually, we're traveling to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I had to speak at another women's conference on April 11th. And so they put inserts in the book about their experiences and what they had to go through. But I'm telling you, this book of quotes that Tone and I came up with, it still empowers us as we reread them, you know. And so I think we sold a couple copies at your other event you had at Brio. The vision board party, and so it is just blessed. It continues to bless us. We're actually working on our next project, but
you don't have any copies? See, I didn't know, but see, I left by the time you all got those. So I didn't even know
those will be printed in 2 weeks. We got to get past this greeting card line.
E-copies, right?
Yeah, we have ebook copies right now, and so yeah, absolutely. But this is.
Yes, one of the best motivational CDs are still in my car.
Like
this is First Steps. It has blessed me. I actually am attempting to work on my 4th project, but I realized that music is therapeutic. So what I wanted to do is put a compilation together with empowerment messages, showing people how to meditate. Everybody want to meditate, but they just really don't know what to say. So it kind of helps you out. I have a track on there called With Every New Level, There's a New Devil. It just talks about the higher you climb in life, the more you walk in the will of God, the more your haters will appear and reappear, attempting to attack your gift. And so it just teaches you how to stay encouraged no matter what. And I think we all need a little bit of encouragement. So it's an easy listen. You pop it in your car. By the time you get to work, I promise you're going to be smiling at everybody, even your haters.
Just go directly to number 7. I was looking for Cover Girl.
Cover Girl is a poem.
I love that one. Go directly. I was trying to find the name, number 7.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the Lewis collection. Yay!
Do we have a card line?
Yeah, the card line. I'm actually supposed to order copies this morning to be here for next week, because we have 9 in-store appearances coming up in the next 2 weeks, actually, for the Lewis collection, which is my brand new greeting card line. I'm super excited because there's not many of us in the greeting card business.
Definitely.
And this is just a collection of how I feel in this season. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. The Lewis collection is named after my king. His last name is Lewis. Okay. And, you know, honestly, and I will say this again at the event that's coming up, but I always wish to have somebody who understood me and understood my gift and my glory. And I've dated, you know, I've dated men before. So somebody asked me the other week, why do you call him king? I said, because I've had boyfriends before.
Right.
And he's nothing like that. And so it's just to inspire women that you can be loved exactly the way you want to be loved if you refuse to settle.
Right.
And so for 3 years, I took a hiatus from relationships and I worked on me and I refused to settle. But more significantly in the line, I wrote a card for single women.
Okay.
And what they should be looking for, called Queen You Are. And so he just sent me that today. So it's cute. Not just love cards, but if you want to buy a card for your single girlfriend, just to encourage her. You'll see that next week at the viewer party.
I'm looking forward to it. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later
Okay,
on
good.
the show. All right, so I really want to go more in depth with you ladies and really let the audience and the viewers get to know you. So first question I want to ask you, I'll start with you, Diana. Okay. What inspired you and motivated you to become a motivational speaker? Why that feel?
Honestly, this is a true story. My mother was really strict growing up. I'm from Atlanta, not Doraville. I'm from the Action City. Shout out to ATL.
What's wrong with Doraville?
I won't even say.
I know that.
Shout out to all the Koreans and Asians on this block.
We love you guys.
Yes, we do.
You're awesome.
We empower you too.
Yeah.
But I never had anyone to really go through when I was coming up. My sister and I weren't as close at the time, and she's 4 years older than me. So when I was, you know, going into middle school, she was in high school. When I was going into high school, she was leaving for college, and so I never really had that person I could always talk to.
Right.
And when I finished undergrad at the wonderful Albany State University, I came home considering the legal field, to be a lawyer, and my boss asked me, you know, if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing? And so he encouraged me, just start going to the schools and motivating, because everybody needs somebody.
Right.
And I feel like, especially with young girls, they do the things they do because they don't have anybody to keep it 1,000 with them. And so if you've ever heard me speak, I always say, I'm not here today to make you feel comfortable. And in fact, if I say something that makes you feel uncomfortable, that means you're in the perfect position for change.
Right.
And so I just wanted to give somebody just that little bit of encouragement. Not that I didn't have it, but I couldn't. My mother being strict, she sheltered me from the world. And she didn't talk to me about the things I needed, so I had to learn them on my own. So I went through the challenges in dating a dope boy and living that fast lifestyle, and yet when everything hit the fan, I only had, you know, I didn't have nobody to go through with that. So I just want to be somebody's go-to.
Okay.
And so I love what I do, hence the fact I've been in it for so long. And hey, and I'm awesome at it. I'm not just good, but I'm awesome.
Definitely, especially with that CD you have. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
What about you? What motivated you, or what inspired you to become a beauty expert?
Oh my goodness. Well, I started school, and actually I went to school for business. So I have a degree in business education. And from the business education, I went back to school for beauty, because back in 2004, 2005, that's when the huge boom of spas were like everywhere. Women were getting massages and facials. I'm kind of like, well, I don't know, maybe I want to open one up, but let me just, you know, go behind the scenes. So I went in for skincare and makeup, fell in love with both. So now, 10 years later, I use all three. So I do business and I do beauty, and I blend the two together. And then write. So that's my extra fun hobby. But just have a passion for both, for business and beauty. So that's how you get a beauty expert.
Okay.
She's an expert.
Okay. And you'll see why a little bit later. She's gonna, well, they're both gonna do
we're gonna do
a
something for you.
segment on it. So you'll see that at the end. Now, how have your family been supportive of you being a motivational speaker? Family, friends, and
what I will say, they know what I do. For the first time, maybe back in this summer, one of my family members got to see what I did for real at a conference, because for some reason, I go into a zone, right? So when I'm speaking, I might have this whole little layout of what I'm going to talk about, but I let my spirit lead me, and I went into a zone, and my cousin was there. He's the oldest cousin out of my family, and he was so shocked. I did an altar call on him. He came to the stage and was just like shaking his head because he really didn't know. So to answer your question, they know what I do, but they really don't know what I do. I remember my mom came to see me at a conference. It was like a breakfast, and I was on a panel with first ladies, evangelists, and I was the only one with just the coach in front of her name. And everybody was much older than me or married, that type of thing. And my mom got to see the response that everybody was giving to me. And when they, at the end of the thing, they said, hey, you know, who wants to, if you want to line up and talk to anybody, you know, you may come. And the line was wrapped around just to talk to me. And yeah, so they know what I do. I think they support what I do. You know, some family is kind of weird, and let's be honest about it. And so they like to see the benefits of it, meaning money. Before they really support. And honestly, that's not really when you want support. You want support when you're in the trenches, like us, you know, building your thing, yeah, brick by brick, when you ain't got no car to get to your, you know, speaking engagement. And so I'm not saying that they don't support. I'm just saying that they probably would support more if they felt like they seen the roots of it. Because right now they feel like, oh, you're going around empowering people and making CDs, but you're not no millionaire. But I don't do this for the money. That's the biggest thing. I don't do what I do for the money. I do for, because you know, God's not going to ask you at the end of the day, how much money did you raise? How many people did you change and let know about me? So it's kind of different. You know, it's tricky. I agree. I have to answer honestly. You know, I'm a transparent person. But I love your family.
But I definitely understand that though, because even with me being the only child and just leaving, graduating college and staying in the South versus going back to Illinois, which is where I'm from.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, it was kind of hard because my mom was like, "Come home, save some money," but I'm like, "No," because I'm like, I had already started. Right. You know, with my brain, I'm like, if I go home, honestly, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be lazy. Right. I'd be sitting in the house all day probably. So that's, you know, it's hard, but they do support me financially. It's good. You know, good sometimes. So yeah. Yeah. Yes. Times get hard. So.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, what about you?
My family they're great when it comes to mental support. You know, if I call them and want to talk about things that are happening in my business, they're all ears. But when it comes to physically, emotionally, they're missing on a whole lot of levels because they think it's easy for me. You know, they think because I put on makeup and I wear all black, everything is so fabulous in my life. So when I'm calling with an issue or a loan or what, you know, anything outside of that's not fabulous, then I have a problem with my family. So again, you know, but I don't really need their support, you know, to continue to keep it moving. So, you know, like I said, mentally they're there. I can talk to my parents and my sisters about pretty much anything, but outside of that, you know, they're rooting for me like this, and like, you know. And
it really, how can you support what you don't understand?
Right, they don't get it. Yeah, they just don't get it, and I get that they don't get it.
Right. So they start seeing the money come.
Absolutely, that's why I go and buy 10 books and I just hand it to them. They're not gonna buy it. You know, but let me just show you what I do, who I am, and that's it.
When you know about it, it doesn't really bother you as much. When you you know, when you come to terms with what it is, doesn't really bother. And family, some of the
it used to hurt though. Like when I first started, because I was just like, why don't no one see this with me? Right. You know, but when they saw that I didn't quit, then they were kind of like, okay, she's serious about this. You know, so then they would at least support mentally. Right. So, but that's about it.
But sometimes family are the ones that's not even related to you. You just got to know who's in your corner to support you. Like I said, they love you. They can't understand what they don't get. You know what I'm saying? And once you know that, you can just move on. It's not be bitter about it. It's not their vision. You know, I say that all the time. Awesome.
So now, who inspires you the most? The one person that just really inspires you, that you look up to?
In this season, I just got to choose one. I'm gonna choose a prolific one, and I'm gonna choose. Well, I can't say that. I can't differentiate between it, but I'll choose two. Okay. If I look at somebody iconic as far as like in my industry, I would say Joel Osteen.
Okay.
You know, somebody I would want to emulate and be like Joe Osteen. If when I write my visions down, speaking in his church is one of my visions, or a church, arena size. You know, that's my. When I've reached that level, I can retire because I've reached the pivotal point. You know what I'm saying? So, iconic wise, it would be him in my industry. But if I would say in this season, my king has inspired me. He's inspiring me. You know, I always tell him I feel a different type of beautiful. You know that beautiful, you know, like he liked me with these glasses on?
Yeah. That's good. And your
You understand what I mean? No,
it's
you know,
okay. Those glasses are cute.
But you know what I mean? It's like, it's easy. You know, when you think back to the people you actually have relationship with and sacrifice time for and they didn't deserve it. And to get someone who gets my vision and he's okay with me being front and center and always on the stage and people, you know, he's okay with that. And I never had that before. So he just inspires me because no matter what I'm going through, he's like my biggest fan. And it's a great situation.
How long have y'all been together?
Nah, I just can't. It's been a little over a year.
Okay.
It's been a little over a year, and somebody's phone is ringing in the middle of our thing, but we're gonna keep on going. It's okay. It's been a little over a year, and I'm just confident. You know, I always say, even if we don't make it, he has changed my life.
Okay.
You know, it's one of those type of love. You know, of course I don't want us to break up. Baby, I don't want to break up with you. Shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York. I don't want to break up, but if it doesn't work, he has inspired me. I have one of my cards, it's called Behind Closed Doors, and I say, if the world could get to see you behind closed doors, they'll understand why my sacrifices for you are limitless. Because it's just, I mean, it's just a good feeling, honey. Yeah, ladies, be willing to wait on the king that God has for you, because when he does come, I'll smile.
I see it. And like I said, people come into your life for a reason.
For a reason,
so,
absolutely.
You know, you never know what, you know. Hopefully man's marriage.
But I want the ring.
I was getting ready his marriage in the...
Oh, absolutely. Well, you know, he's been married, he's 50, so we got a 17-year age difference.
Okay.
But he's not an old 50 now. He's a fine, fabulous 50.
Okay.
Look at Drina. Drina's like...
I'll show y'all a picture later. He'll be at the viewing party if y'all guys want. Well, you'll get to meet him.
Okay.
And schools. Shout out to schools.
Who's schools? High schools. He's like, I'm not focused. That's the camera guy, guys.
Okay, that's the camera guy. Okay.
Hey, what were we
yeah,
talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Who inspires you today?
Okay, I'll do two as well. In my industry, like Diana did, I'd say Allie Brown.
Who is that? Never heard of her.
Allie Brown. See, look at that.
Okay.
Allie Brown is a female entrepreneur. She has a show, an internet radio show called Glambition. And she really infused being glamorous with having ambition. So she has like one of the largest women's empowerment radio shows online. She has a series of books, but everything she do is really infusing beauty and being a woman and empowering women. She's helped over, I want to say, 200,000 young female entrepreneurs start their businesses. She's constantly giving out ebooks and just different materials. So I really like Allie Brown's approach on how she really handled her business, her advertising, her marketing. I structure a lot of things. Like if you take a look at one of her books and then look at my book, you'll be like, okay, now I see exactly where she's going with this. But so I really like Allie Brown. And my son would be the person in my life that I actually look up to. And it's so funny because I'm his mother, but look up to him because he's very talented. He is driven, he knows what he wants, and he just turned 18. Happy birthday, my 18-year-old child. He's 18. He turned 18 yesterday. But yeah, he's just all around
Girl,
great.
you look good, honey.
Right, don't do that. Don't say anything about my age. You look, I am a beauty expert. I'm supposed to look this good. But yes, I do have an 18-year-old that's getting geared up to go to college in a few months.
Wow.
Yes, I'm excited. But yeah, so that's the one that I look up to with my immediate circle of family and friends. And Allie Brown would be my entrepreneur chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
My entrepreneur side piece.
Okay. I'm gonna look her when I
No,
get home.
but I don't call her entrepreneur side piece.
My entrepreneur side piece. You know, it's okay though.
Now, where do you ladies see yourselves? Where do you ladies see yourselves in the next 5 years?
Good question.
I see myself as being the leading leader in the empowerment industry.
Okay.
We have some things coming up under our sleeves that's going to be awesome and life-changing. And I see myself I'm super excited about this season because I know who I am. You know how they say there's going to be a certain age of your life you're going to find out who you are and why? I'm definitely in that season. So if I'm in that season now, 5 years from now, I am going to be one of the most awesome people to myself. It don't have to be nobody else. But I'm going to be awesome.
No, you will empower a lot of women that's going to be saying, yes, she is awesome. Right, we'll be surpassing Allie Brown at that point.
Right, exactly. So I just see myself, you know, and helping others to just achieve the same type of level of greatness for them, you know, themselves. I know a lot of people think I talk a lot about self, but that's okay. And I don't make no apologies for that, because if they seen all the hell I had to deal with to get here, they understand why in this season I'm definitely confident. So I do see myself, you know, venturing into new projects and having great residual income where I can just enjoy the fruits of my labor. No kids in my future. I'm not. No. Sorry, like. No, I haven't gotten my mother gene. Is that something wrong with me?
Well, you're young. Still.
Yeah, I mean,
you're still young.
When they say when you get over 30, it hits you, but it hadn't hit me, slapped me, tripped me up, or nothing. I don't want it.
But that's, you're focused. You're focused on you right now, and that's good, because when you are not focused so much, once you get to whatever level of success that you're seeking, then once you settle down, everything is quiet, and you have everything you want, and you're like, okay, I want a baby or a dog. I don't know.
Well, King got 4, so that's good enough.
Oh, and that's another thing too. Your other half have children as well, so you might not just want any, because he has kids small enough that you could.
I can't wait too much longer, because he's gonna be knocking on, when I'm turning, you know, 40. He's gonna be knocking on. He's gonna be 60.
Right. Oh, yeah, so men can have kids forever.
Really, can they?
And ever and ever.
Okay. Well, I'm good. So yeah, I just see myself being content. I don't want to.
It's okay. I won't
say, but yeah. But
okay. What about you, Tony?
What was the question?
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years, what am I doing? Well, I already have several different projects going on, so all of those projects will be standing on their own 2 feet. I don't have to keep babysitting them and walking them. So in 5 years, I would like to be in some cute flip-flops and some ripped jeans, a cute wife beater, some oversized shades, and on a beach or a resort, just relaxing.
You gonna have all that on the beach?
Ripped jeans. I'm in Miami Beach. You know, that's how they dress.
That's how they dress.
They walk up and down the streets like that on Miami Beach.
With the swimsuits too.
Swimsuits only. Why the chef said swimsuits only? I mean, you know, I can do it. I'm good. I can do a little bathing suit. Hey, but yeah, I just want to be relaxing. I just want to be relaxing and enjoying being a wealthy woman. That's all. Absolutely. That's all I want to be doing.
Where do you see yourself?
Absolutely. Come on,
ask for your
questions.
Well, I'm 25, so definitely no kids. I say by 30, I might pop one out.
Absolutely.
Might get pregnant at 30, maybe 30, I'll pop it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I'm with you. I don't have a mother gene at all. I'm my only child, and I just feel like I am married, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just, I like my freedom.
I like my freedom. I want to enjoy who I'm with, and yeah, I don't, you know, I just don't see kids in my future. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's fun. It's awesome. Like I said, I have one out the door, and I'm wanting another.
I just don't know why she
immediately
wants to start
after.
over.
Yes, I want to start right over.
Is it because he's leaving, or you just really?
Yeah, probably because he's leaving.
She'll be filled up. I keep her busy because she can't be. The baby can't be at the radio station. For
No, that baby have a name.
I said, where we gonna put it?
Where we gonna put it? Like it's a blanket. Anyway, we're gonna go to the next question because I'm ready.
That's it. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, and then we're going to go into the beauty therapy segment. But before that, I want you all ladies to tell everyone, where can we find you? Upcoming events, plug yourselves.
Absolutely. Well, you can find me on Instagram at undernew MGMT, so that's Under New Management. And on Facebook, I'm at Team Under New Management. New website will be up by this weekend, so www.missmsundernewmanagement.com. And as far as upcoming events for the Lewis Collection, or the launch of my new greeting card line, the Lewis Collection, I will have a couple of in-store appearances, a couple in Buckhead, a couple of hair salons and empowerment events, and so I have a full week coming up.
Go on the website and get all the dates.
Yeah, just go on the website and get all the dates. And if you need coaching or mediation, you can definitely hit me up personally at my email address, bookingunm@gmail.com.
Awesome. All right, Tone.
Yes. Everything is pretty simple for me. It's at Tone Nicole on every single thing you can possibly look up on social media. So that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, what is it, Tumblr?
Yeah.
All those things. It's just at
Snapchat.
Snapchat, at Tone Nicole for absolutely everything. And then my website is simple as well, which is tonenicole.com, TONNAENICOLE.com.
Yes.
So it's just one.
And Under New Management Radio on Facebook.
Yeah,
We do.
Yeah.
Under New Management Radio Show.
Oh yeah, our shows.
All the words
Yeah.
Spelled out. We don't have.
Our show is every Sunday.
The show.
No, but that's okay. We're gonna mention it right now.
Okay,
Under New Management Radio Show, Atlanta's newest empowerment radio show, where we mix beauty and therapy. Our motto and tagline is styling you from the inside out. So we're gonna get you right. It's okay for you to look beautiful, but we want you to also know that in order for you to be actually beautiful, it needs to come from within. And so we have What's Tea with T and D, where we kind of just do cute little things. We may do current events. We may do football topics or anything dealing with love relationship, anything. We also have conversations with Miss Under New Management, where I empower you at the end, and outfits for the inside, which is also one of my segments where I give you like a homework assignment to get your life right. So it's your outfit for the inside. And so it has a couple of
actually I'm running in 6-inch heels. Running in 6-inch heels in the fab lane is my topic, and I pretty much cover anything from beauty tips to fashion tips, relationship, love, and business are my topics that I go into. And then of course I partnered with Diana for beauty therapy,
which we're about to do now, right?
Yeah, and we're gonna do.
So we're gonna show you what beauty therapy looks like on air. We're gonna do it in front of you, and so we're ready to go.
All right. Before we do that, you all can find me at BossLady_Creations. Follow my business page, Creations with a Z from a Dove, and follow the boutique page at Exotic Paradise ATL.
They got a nice dress in here that I'm going to try to get.
I know, I'm looking at some things too. It's actually really cute. Cute stuff.
Come visit us, 5938 Buford Highway Northeast, Suite 201, Doraville, Georgia, 30341.
Yes.
40. All right, we're going to go ahead into our beauty therapy segment. I'm going to get up and let these ladies take the floor.
Hey guys, this is Under New Management Radio Show. We're here at the Exotic MIXX, and we're actually at the Exotic Paradise Boutique with a bunch of cute, fabulous clothes.
Absolutely.
I am beauty expert Tone Nicole, and I'm here with my beautiful, amazing sister host.
You're so sweet. It's your favorite life coach, inspirational coach, and speaker, Diana Watley. Super excited to be here. Thanks to Creations from a Dove, our girl Adrena, for having us.
Yes.
And
thanks, Adrena.
What are we gonna do for them?
We're actually gonna do our beauty therapy segment.
Okay.
So we do this on a radio show all the time.
Yes.
So if you guys listen in on Sundays from 6:30 to 8:30 on OrangeRoomRadio.com, you'll be able to catch us and catch our beauty therapy segment.
Absolutely. And it's our segment where we blend what we do. My sis here is a beauty expert, and I'm your favorite life coach. So we blend the two, and you have beauty mixed with therapy, and we getting you right inside and out. So let's jump into it. We're gonna do
we're doing the recipe for greatness.
Recipe for greatness, and so you'll do recipe for
beauty,
and I'm gonna do the recipe for success, and then you'll have a great recipe after that. Shout out to Chef Joshua.
Oh yeah, Chef Joshua.
We're talking about food.
Hopefully he'll hook us up with some great food, because I am kind of hungry, sis. But it's no tea. I have some Kool-Aid over here.
Yes. I'm not drinking.
Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the topic. So the recipe for beauty. The first thing that you want to do is affirm, affirm, affirm. Diana and I always talk about how to affirm each other, how to affirm your life. So if there's any beauty goals that you have, we have to say weight loss or healthier eating, anything like that, you want to go ahead and tell yourself on a daily basis that I am fit, I am attractive. Those are getting your mind to start working towards that goal of being fit and being attractive. And then the next step would be action. So you affirm, and then you make a plan, and then that's a plan of action, and you go ahead and start working out, eating better. So affirm yourself, affirm your goals. That's number one.
Awesome. And my first would be creating a recipe for success. I would ask you, are you fit for the fight? Most of us aren't successful or haven't reached the level of success that we have the potential to reach because we're not really fit for the fight. We can't handle resistance. And sometimes when somebody tells us no, as soon as they tell us no, guess what? We're ready to give up on our dreams. You have to be in the fight of your life for your dreams. And it's going to be over 2 years. So if all your dream is worth is 2 years, you need to find a new dream. So think about it. You know, when you're thinking about your plan, your dreams for success, are you fit for the fight? If that person tells you no, what are you going to do next? And I always say, never take no from a person who's not authorized to tell you yes. And if you've come to terms with what your dream is, if you're your yes person, the yes from you is all you need. And so the first thing on my list of recipe for success, to be fit for the fight, be prepared for whatever's going to come on your level to greatness, because it says lonely at the top for a reason.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So at least you can look fabulous up there by yourself.
Yes.
So we're going I mean, you can look fit and attractive.
Yes.
While you're at the top of the mountain all by your lonesome.
lonesome.
Hopefully you ran up that mountain, because you know running burns a lot of calories. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna go into number 2 on my list of the recipe for beauty, as it relates to being great. And I'm gonna say a winning personality. A lot of people always look at what's happening on the outside. Your outer beauty is one thing, but actually radiating from the inside, that's smiling, that's being polite, that's having an awesome personality, that's respecting yourself and respecting every single person around you. All of those things come into play when you are when you're destined for greatness. You know, that is being beautiful and what true beauty really is. So that winning personality, being polite, smiling, maintaining a level of respect at all times is definitely going to take you to greater heights in your career.
Awesome. My number 2 in our
recipe. Why are we speeding through this? We don't even have
we speeding? I think I'm excited.
I mean, like, I'm gonna relax too, because I'm like,
what, you want to be like this?
Maybe.
No. My number 2 in your recipe, or the recipe you should create for success would be, you know, we always talk about people staying in their lane.
Absolutely.
You know, they got multiple lanes for a reason when you're driving. Do you know what your lane is? You know, I always like to ask people questions. So do you know what your lane is? What's your niche? Every time you look on social media, one day they selling jewelry, the next day they event planning, then the next day they selling shoes at night, and then the next day, you know, what is your lane? Because it's difficult for people to take you serious in business when you don't know what your lane is. And so I encourage you, don't become that overnight person. So you're intrigued by everything you see people do. Just because they're having success, and it does not mean it's your lane. I said I was going to change my title as a motivational speaker, because if I hear another soul talking about that, I see her, girl, seriously. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, but I seen her. She said she's a motivational speaker, yet she's on Instagram with panty and bra on. I mean, I just don't even understand.
Can we give her a shout out?
No, we're not going to give her a shout out. I wish her well in her business, because I was a drop it like it hot motivational speaker. I had to pick a side. You know, I'm transparent. I'm transparent. So I'm going to tell you, I was a party girl, was still trying to hold the title as a motivational speaker. And then it hit me when one of my clients' moms came up to me in a club and I got a glass in my hand. You have to choose your lane in life. You have to know what your lane is. I can't be the drop it like it's hot hanging at the U-Bar if I want to be taken serious in my business. So do you know what your lane is, you know, and stay in that lane. Pick a niche. Don't become excited about everybody else's success and what they're doing and try to try what they're doing, because that's not your vision and that's not what was given to you. Pick what you love to do. Stay connected to it, no matter if you don't see overnight success. Do away with the microwave effect. That's what I call it. If it doesn't happen overnight, people are ready to give up on their dreams. You cannot be a microwave effect thinker. So that would be my number 2.
So stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, boo.
Yeah. Well, I could probably drop it like it's hot and be a beauty expert.
Well, not when the Atlanta's hottest newest empowerment radio show.
You said that you couldn't do motivation, and
it's
okay. No tea. Right. I can't dance anyway. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and move into number 3. Are we on number 3?
We're on number 3.
Okay. My number 3 for the recipe for greatness as it relates to beauty would be creating conservative and flirty looks together. Okay. So I know when you say conservative, actually today I am rocking a conservative and flirty look. So I have on a cute blazer, some nice jeans, boots, sparkly top. So I added the flirtiness with my makeup, and I added the flirtiness with my accessories, and then I kind of kept it conservative. So that's in right now. So if you have a dress in your closet right now, can you zoom in on me, because I really need to talk to these women. If you have a dress that has sheer on the sides, it has sheer in the front, if you cannot wear underwear with the dress, please just go ahead and take those and all of your leggings and burn them. just get rid of it. It's not conservative, it's not sexy, it's not classy. So just anything that's stretchy leggy-ish, and anything with what is that? It's the sheer mesh and done. Yeah. It's done. It's done, ladies. The trend is dead. Yes. So conservative and flirty, and again, you can play with flirty with your nails, with your makeup. It don't necessarily have to be a shirt that's showing your breasts or anything like that. It can just really be fun earrings, fun fun accessories, and very elegant too. But look at all this fun stuff happening here. This is very flirty, but she's very conservative up at the top, and she's actually pretty sexy at the bottom. You just can't see it. What? Motivational speaker.
Popping.
Okay. So anyway, the recipe for greatness, yes, create something that's fun, that's conservative, and you can flirt with more than your clothes. You can actually flirt with accessories.
Yes. Awesome.
So go ahead, sis.
All right.
At your number 3.
Number 3, my recipe for success. And if you're just now getting what we're doing, we're meshing beauty and therapy together, and we have our segment called Beauty Therapy. My number 3 would be, and I think Adrena has heard me say this before, but stop entrusting people with your visions and your dreams.
Absolutely.
I think we said it earlier in the early segment. You can't talk to somebody about entrepreneurship if they have an employee mindset. And so many times we want to talk to people about our visions, and those are the same people who are going to talk us out our vision. So if I come to you and say, you know what, I want to start an empowerment group, you're going to tell me, girl, ain't nobody on that, because you don't get what it is to have vision, have dreams, and be able to put that thing into reality. Everybody's not on the same page and on the same wavelength. And I always say, and this is, you know, we talked about family earlier, and family accepting your visions and your dreams. So I would like to encourage people, stop wanting people to accept your visions or dreams when it wasn't given to them.
Right. Or accept you, period.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be your own person.
Absolutely.
And so that would be my number 3. Stop entrusting your visions. Hold on to that secret, that $1 million idea, because I promise you, leaving it and just going ahead and doing it without telling someone, just let them be excited about the blessings God bringing you. So that would be my number 3.
I love it. That was a
Awesome.
good number 3. Okay, again, on this recipe for greatness as it relates to beauty, and I'm Tony Nicole. This is my sister host, Diana Watley, and this is our segment, Beauty Therapy, which we have every Sunday night from 6:30 to 8:30 on Orange Room Radio, and our show is under new management. So with all that said, I'll go into my number 4. Okay. And my number 4 is having a beauty maintenance plan. So what I mean by that, that's setting aside and creating a budget every single month towards the things that you need to be pretty. I know it might sound a little uppity or bougie, but it's actually quite necessary for you to take care of yourself as being a woman, especially if you're a woman that's you're a woman that's an entrepreneur, number 1, or you're starting a business, or you know, just whatever you're doing in life. Beauty is a part of who you are, or it should be. So I say set up some money every single month that you use for your hair, for your skincare, nails, body, massages, facials, your workout regimens, eating healthier, multivitamins, nutrients. All of these things play a role in how you present yourself and how you look to people when they meet you. So if I'm a beauty professional and I'm going outside and trying to tell someone else how to look fabulous, and they're like, oh, well, she have acne, or her, you know, hair is this, and I'm like, you can't. And I see that all the time. Like she said, you know, being able to put together a beauty maintenance plan to get yourself together, putting money aside for hair, nails, makeup, body treatments, massages, facials, all those fun things that we like to do as women are definitely necessary. Like I was saying before, we ran out of tape or editing or whatever we're doing here. That's just like if I walked outside and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a beauty expert, you know, and my hair is messed up, or I have acne on my face. People won't look at me the same and won't respect me for my industry and my choice of business that I've chose to be in. So sis, you want to go ahead and take us into number 4?
Absolutely. Continue with the list on the recipe for greatness, and I am talking about recipe for success. My 4th one would be, are you attached to someone who can handle your level of greatness?
Oh, that's good.
So many times we want to be the ride or die friend or girlfriend or boyfriend, yet that person is not meant for that season that we're in.
Absolutely.
You know, the saying is cliche, but it's true. Some people come in your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. You have to determine what box of that person is in. Because if you are attached to somebody who can't handle your level of greatness, you'll never reach that level. Because they'll never allow you to reach that level. They'll hate on you. They'll talk about you behind your back because of your attachment. So even when we're talking about relationships with a person, an intimate relationship, you got to be careful of who you are connected to. I'm big on connections. You know, you talk about all the time. You're big on words and what you put into the atmosphere. Is that person your true ride or die? I mean, what do you? I don't want to be. I don't like the saying ride or die, because I ain't dying for you. I want to live. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I encourage you to have life, give life by what you say and do. And so think about it. Is the person you're with, you doing more fussing and focusing on where they at and what they trying to do than you are in your business? If you're doing that, that's not the person you're supposed to be with. If your friends want you to hang out, but they know you got a project to be done for your client, that's not the friend for you, because real friends and significant others are going to push you to higher heights. They're not going to be that person to say, you know what, oh, you selling out because you know, because I had that. I had a group of friends that We were all ride or dies for each other, yet when I started to change my life, and that's what life is supposed to bring for you. Life's supposed to bring change and growth. But when I wanted to not hang out no more, then I think I'm too good. Well, maybe you thought I was too good. And I do think I'm good. I think I'm awesome, actually, Adrena. I don't know why I keep looking at you, but you're the only person in the audience.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like, right, I'm so used to getting at the radio, so I'm like,
yeah. Be mindful of your relationships. Your relationships are definitely going to be important in this season. I always say, get your team right. If you want to hashtag anything, hashtag get your team right, because that is definitely going to be important if you want to climb the high heights. And guess what? If you're the only person on your team, be satisfied with that. So that would be my...
Well, actually, I'm going to just add a little bit to
Go
that
ahead.
because I actually had a relationship one on here that I'm not going to really talk about, but you kind of covered it. And mine was knowing what you desire from a relationship and what you are capable of giving in return for a great relationship.
I like that.
You know, it's just kind of like you have to know what you're willing to give and what you're willing to take from out of any relationship that you're in. So like you said, if you have things going on and you're busy and your life is busy, then you can't give to a friendship 100% because you're not there that entire time. Or, you know, maybe you have a needy friend. You're just not there as much as this person would want you to be. So you need to really understand your level of relationships and what you can give and what you're going to get in return. Okay, I'm sorry, I just had to add a little bit. But finally, on the recipe for greatness as it regards to beauty is power pieces. What are you known for?
Oh, good.
What are you known for? I know when I look at my sister host, she's known for her hair and her shoes. Those are the power pieces that she have anywhere she go. Her hair, if it's short or long, she's going to have fabulous hair and she's going to have fabulous shoes. I'm usually known for loud lips because I have great lips. I do. And I know I do. It took me a while to get used to them, but I'll always have on some crazy jewelry and I'll have on a loud lipstick. So creating that, what are you known for? Like Adrena, every time I see you, you have power pieces on with your accessories, and she has something funky going on with her hair if it's pent up or down. So you've actually took a piece from me, both of them, from both of us. So ladies, I just want you to ask yourself, what are you known for? What's your power piece? Now this could be a suit, this could be shoes, hairs, accessories, whatever it is. Just understand that that's a representation of who you are. And most people look forward to seeing that. So if I walked out with nude lips, people would be like, I wonder what happened to her red lipstick. You know, so just know that people are looking, and that's just a part of your beauty regimen. You know, finding things that stand out and finding your power pieces or your statement pieces. And just have a lot of fun with it too when you're finding things. I know I do.
Absolutely.
What's up, sis?
Well, my last one, super excited about this one because we talked about it on last week's show. And the question would be, can you eat alone?
Oh my God, almost fell out. Yes, that was a good one. Can you eat alone?
I always like to ask intriguing questions. That's one of the things that they teach us as a life coach. That people already have intuitively what they need to be great. We have to just ask the questions to get it up out of them. So I want to ask you, can you eat alone? And what I mean by that, when you know what you bring to the table, you got to be willing to eat alone at it.
Absolutely.
And that's not, you know, one of the reasons why I'm great is because I'm able to stand alone. And I feel like you are only supposed to be, people coming into your life is only supposed to be a compliment to what you already are.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like I'm gonna do something that you would normally do. It's like a bad black dress, right?
Yes.
A bad black dress can stand alone without needing anything else to it. That's how you're supposed to be. You know, accessories are only supposed to be, you know, complimentary, you know?
Fun stuff.
And that's how your life is supposed to be set up, really. Can you eat alone? You bring a lot to the table already. Stop looking for people to be attached to you to be great. You know, people always say, I want a significant other to complete me. Or we're going to be, you know, I'm 50, you 50, and we make whole. No, in actuality, it's supposed to be, I am one whole, you're other whole, now we're two, and we're going to be greater that way. And so stop looking for people to complete you. When you come into a relationship, you're supposed to already be 100% so that you can give him 100%. And I think as women, we look for men to be our other half, and we say that a lot, that's my better half, because a man is supposed to represent strength in our life. But what do you bring it to him? And if all you have to offer him, honey, is that thing,
yeah,
or a good look,
yeah,
he gonna keep looking. So trust me, you have to have more to bring to the table than your physical appearance. So many men are not going to even be able to love you right, because our job as a man to elevate him to the next level. How you elevate him to the next level is all you concerned about is Louis Vuitton bags, Chanel purses, and what your hair is like. Have some substance. Think bigger, do better. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean,
dudes not wifing side pieces no more.
They're not.
I'm just sorry. It's not a trend to be a loose woman anymore.
Right.
And so, you know, I just want to encourage you to just be a better type of woman. Women really, we really do make the world go around, but once we know our power, when you know your power, I promise you, I'm in that season where I know exactly who I am, and so that's why I'm so happy in my relationship.
I love it.
Aww.
And that's why I don't post them on Instagram.
No, yeah, that was a whole nother
That's a
topic.
whole nother topic.
Yeah, is social media ruining your relationships? You guys think about that too. But that'll be for next week's show.
Absolutely.
Oh, girl, act like it's my show.